So this is the equipment. This is the charger. This is the charger. This is the bit of the charger. This is the speaker that controls everything on this machine. So under it you have this port. The red port goes for the red wire. Then the green port is for the mic. So you can see the input. The red port goes for the red wire. The green one goes for the mic. So these are the wires for the red and blue ports. This one also have the red and blue port for the cables. The red color here is for the red cable, the blue for the blue cable. The one here is for USB. Then this last one is for the adapter. This is the mic. This is the mic. I actually use rubber band to hold it so that it will be firm. So these are the ports for the mic. This is the main machine itself. This is the camera. This is the camera port for the holding the camera. How you want to start it, anyhow you want to start, you can always start from anywhere. So you want to connect the mic cables. So for the mic, the wider side it's downward. The wider side is always downward. Then you plug it in. See how the port is. See the cable. Then you plug it in. Then you arrange your cable. Arrange your cable. Then plug the second mic. Plug the second mic. To the second mic port. If it didn't enter, don't force it. If the cable didn't enter, don't force it. Remove and check if you turned it very well. And now the second mic. Then the last is going to be the red cable. This is the red cable. So you plug it to the red port. See the turning? There's an arrow here. So you must always face up. Then you put it like this. Then you arrange your cable. Arrange your cable. Then that's all. So that's how the arrangement is. And you can now drop the speaker. The blue cable goes to the camera. Only the blue cable goes to the camera. Only the blue cable goes to the camera. Only the blue cable. So that's the port. So the arrow faces up. Don't face it like this. The arrow must face up. Don't force it. It must enter freely. So you don't need to force it. The arrow must face up. There's an arrow up on a flat surface. Then you put it in. If it didn't enter, don't force it. Then this one accepts all the cables: blue, red, USB and power cable. So So it must be, everything must be plugged first before you power it up. This is the power cable, the USB cable. So the power cable, you can plug it anyhow, you always center, but the USB cable, the wider side first up. The wider side is up. The wider side is up. Then you now attach your red cable. The arrow faces up. Then your blue cable that goes to the camera. Your blue cable that goes to the camera faces up. So that's all for this connection. Then your tripod stand. We always have this clip. You press it up. You move the stand. This goes to the camera to be able to attach the camera to the tripod. So hold that, you can see there's an arrow pointing, so it faces this direction. It faces this direction. The arrow always faces this direction upward. Then you align the screw. Then you start screwing it. Then after this, you now attach your camera to your tripod stand. So you open up this and make sure it aligns. So I'm going to do that again. Let me remove this cable so you can see what I'm doing. See how I connected it? The arrow faces upwards. Then we open this holder so you can be able to put it inside. So that's it. So that's all. So on the tripod, I'm going to do some work on the tripod to stand down. So there is this handle. This handle controls the vertical movement. This handle controls the vertical movement. So if I stiffen it, you can see I can't move it any longer. So this one controls the horizontal movement. That's what this controls. The horizontal movement. So anyhow you're comfortable with it, you stiffen it. Vertical movement for this, and horizontal movement for this down here. Then this is to jack this thing upwards. So you turn it, you jack it upwards. So once it comes to the end of it, it will stop. You don't force it. It stops. You don't force it. Then you want to bring it down, you turn it again. Turn it down again. So depending on how you want to adjust your tripod, as you can see now it's short because I made it short. So you can start moving it. It makes it longer. So you adjust it the way you want. You adjust it. One this length. So depending on the length you want to use, you adjust it. Then after you finish adjusting it, then to make the camera sound very firm, you adjust it also from there. And you tighten it here. You tighten it to the knob. Okay, that's all for this. So I'm going to show you how to arrange the cables. You make sure you don't get the cable tangled because they are delicate cables. Now let me start with let me disconnect all this. All this has been disconnected. So all this has been disconnected. So I'm going to disconnect this too. The cable. So your mic cable, I always use a rubber band to hold it. If not for a reason to keep the equipment safe, to not make it develop any fault at any point in time. So I use rubber band. You can use any other holder, anything that can hold it. It's fine. So to always arrange my cable, let me arrange my cable. So the second mic. This one is the second mic. Then use a rubber band to hold it. Then the power cable. You fold it like this. It should not get tangled. Because depending on how you fold it, the wire might start having issues. So you fold it like this, it's fine. Not in no way should the camera be packed like the cable should be packed like this. It might start developing faults. It should not be packed like this. This is not good and this is not professional. So it's always good to always have a proper method of arrangement, so that the equipment can always last you for a very long time, and you can always be sure of the last thing you did, that you didn't make any mistake, that you did it very well. So you can always use any cable ties to always tie it or hold it. See, I don't have cable tie. So yeah, this is fine. Then for the blue and red cable, I always join it together with the USB cable and arrange them. So in no way should the cable be folded like this. These cables are expensive, so it should not be folded like this in any method of arrangement, because it cannot be easily gotten. Even if you can easily get it, it might cost you lots of money. So in no way should it be folded like this. There is always need for proper method of arrangement. So I will untangle it now to arrange it very well. So I also want to state that sometimes we work for an organization and we are always careless in managing things that is assigned to us. What I always do to myself, what I always say to myself is, anything assigned to me, I must handle it as if it's my property, as if it's under my care, as if it belongs to me. So even if nobody is watching me, I take good care of everything under my control. As far as it's under my custody, I make sure that it's always fine. So just spread it very well. Even if it's going to take you time, just take your time and arrange it. It's always good to arrange the cables very well. So I had to pause the video for a while to get this arrangement right. So this is fine. You can also always fold it this way. Since they're always the same length, that's why I always put them together. Okay, why I'm laying emphasis on folding the cable this way is proper method of arrangement of cable is always vital. So if at any point in time the cable start having issues, you know that your method of arrangement of the cable caused it. So I think this should be the professional way of arranging the cable. If there's another way, tangling of those cables might start making it to start developing faults. So the cables might start cutting inside. So from there it might start developing fault and you need to start changing the cables. So I think this is it. So I need to start packing them. So this one goes here. Then you can put this here. What I always do is this stuff, I don't always pull it out. I always leave it with it. So you see how I dropped it. Yeah, that's like this. Perfectly. That's like this. You can always leave this on it so that you can start looking for it. So this one, now we can like this. Then this one can always go. Then anyway, like put the mic like this. So that's all.